So, Martha, you went on a 6,000-mile road trip across America to see what was on voters' minds. What did you find out?
Well, I think a lot of people are talking about the economy more than anything else. I was very surprised, Whoopi, because COVID, when you cross the country, you wouldn't really know it's happening. I was really shocked at how few people were wearing masks in certain areas. It's almost like, look, I'm tired of this, so I'm just going to get back doing what I wanted to do before. But the hardcore Trump voters, some of the people you just saw me talking to there, they basically say Trump walks on water. Nothing will change their mind. In fact, this morning, I called someone that I had talked to on the road trip about Donald Trump and the tax story, and he said, good for Donald Trump. As long as it wasn't illegal, I want the name of his accountant. So those people, that solid base is not going anywhere. I also found there wasn't a whole lot of enthusiasm for Joe Biden. There's a lot of enthusiasm among Democratic voters and some independents to get Donald Trump out, but not necessarily that enthusiasm. And, you know, I was thinking earlier today about the difference in those two debates. The 2012 debate with Joe Biden and Paul Ryan was so civil. They were both, dare I say, gentlemen. We talked about foreign policy. I don't think you're going to get a lot of that tonight. And then at the very end of the, believe it or not, how quaint is this? At the end of the debate in 2012, I asked about the tone of the debate and how negative it had been. Seems quite quaint in 2012. I don't remember now at all it being that negative. But then comes 2016, and it was just right out of the gate. But think about how extraordinary it will be to see those men come face to face, the first time facing off in a debate. They've attacked one another. What will they do tonight? I think Donald Trump, again, will be exactly as you expect. Chris Christie says, you know, he's going through the rehearsals with him. Just brush that tax story aside, and I think that's what you'll see. But there's always something unpredictable as well.
You know, I'm not enthusiastic,
you know, these are
necessarily.
Smart men. Oh.
All right, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's me. I just think this is going to be a lot of the first couple of rounds of boxing where people are just squaring off. I think they're going to spend a lot of time waiting to see what the other is going to do. Because I think everyone thinks they know what each of these guys is going to be about. And the enthusiasm, as Joy, I think you were going to say, you know, listen, I think Joe got into this race for a reason, because he saw there was a lot of stuff going on that he didn't like, and he thought he could be the best one to fix it. And, you know, it may not be resonating, but I tell you, I wonder if it will resonate with parents that, you know, they're sort of between a rock and a hard place, because now they got to figure out how to get their kids to school, and if the school is going to stay open, and what about the teachers, and what about COVID? So, you know, it may not be resonating with older folks, but I wonder if it's resonating in other areas. Joy, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Well, no, I wanted to speak to the fact that there's not a lot of enthusiasm on the left as on the right. I think that the enthusiasm on the left is to save America from a criminal in the White House. That, I think, is what is motivating voters for Joe Biden. And the reason that he's going to work is because he also appeals to blue-collar workers. And so he is going to help those people that Trump promised to help but did absolutely zilch for. And these people who say good for Donald because he didn't pay anything, well, that's just dumb to me. That's just dumb.
Martha,
I mean, we have a country here. We're trying to keep the police force working and the fire department, and these people think it's okay for the President of the United States to not contribute to America? Please. Please.
Martha, I have a question for you,
Sonny?
because the bottom line here is that, you know, when you look at the numbers, there are people that have already decided who they're going to vote for, but there are about 14% that haven't decided. What do they need to hear, either from President Trump or Vice President Biden, do you think, to change their minds? Because I think that 14% would be instrumental, right?
It would absolutely be instrumental and change everything. I think a lot of them, frankly, don't know. They can't articulate it because, believe me, I asked that same question, saying, I can't believe you're undecided at this point. Joe Biden's been around a long time. Donald Trump, you've seen for 4 years. A lot of them just say, look, I just want to hear what he'll do for America. And it is that vague. And I also found that people who are on the fence, they will excuse Donald Trump's behavior to some degree, but then they go back to what they like about him. So when they go in that voting booth, they're either going to vote for what they believe in as a policy, as an issue, whether it's anti-abortion, whatever it is, over what they believe Donald Trump has done for the country. So it's even if he has helped them, they may be looking at a larger picture and how they view what he's done for the country or not done for the country.
Right. So, Sarah, I'm going to first tell folks that Martha's going to be part of the action on the 2020 special, the main event, first presidential debate. Coverage begins tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, right here on ABC. Did you want to weigh in before we go?
Real quick, I just wanted to ask Martha if she had to tell people, like, what will it take for Joe Biden to spark that enthusiasm tonight? What lane does he need to lean in to get people excited?
You know, Sarah, you talked about style, and I think it has to be style. I think Joe Biden has to be tough and smart and just not back down from Donald Trump and really, really carefully outline what he can do for America that's different than Donald Trump.